We'll go Urtai and Gurk. Keep the old Gurk. Blow you up. Grab some Otas and Takanuma. We'll put you back in the hand. Yup. Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing on the best of 3 standard ranked ladder with our 4-color Slowgurk Legends list. Now I know standard is rotating in just a couple days, but I have taken a break from Magic for a bit, and I want to play this deck one last time before it rotates, because Slowgurk is kind of like one of my favorite cards of all time. I mean, this card was what inspired my VTuber model to be a slime, so definitely have to play this one more time before I leave standard. Now, as to where I've been, I got a little bit burnt out. I got, unfortunately fed up with, in my opinion, the mishandling of most of Magic's formats. So I took a break for a while. In my opinion, I think standard is incredibly boring right now. Most of the decks just kind of do the same thing over and over, and it leads to pretty stale play patterns. This deck, you can argue it does the same thing. It beats your opponents up with Gurk, and it loops this guy a bunch so you can just do broken stuff over and over, but it's fun. I mean, not every game is going to go the same way. Sometimes you just beat people up with Rona and Inti. Sometimes you gain too much life against aggro and they quit. Sometimes you combo off with Vial Smasher. And sometimes you just loop Urtais over and over until your opponent rage quits because they can't resolve a single spell. You also have the option to Armageddon your opponents. Maybe you just want to bounce all their permanents to their hand. My point being, it's a very versatile deck that does a lot of different things, and that's why I enjoy this one. So we're just going to get one last game in before rotation. But don't worry, my break is pretty much over. I've, acquired a handful of rares and mythics, so I'll be able to make some new decks with the release of Bloomburrow, and not sure how fast the uploads are going to be coming out, since, of course, I wasn't part of the early access, since Wizards dropped all of their smaller creators from that. I will try my best to get a video recorded once the set drops, so I can hopefully get a video out the next day. If you guys are excited to see this in action, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed if you aren't already, as I'd really appreciate it. I upload Magic content just like this to YouTube, and I'm still trying to get my channel partnered, so any support is greatly appreciated. I'm also going to leave a QR code here and a link down below to my TCG Player Partner card. Using either of those is a way to help support me and my channel, which is greatly appreciated. But with all of that said, let's hop onto the ladder and we'll see how this does. Alright, game 1. This hand is fine. We'll keep it. So basically, I got very burnt out on standard. And it wasn't just standard, it was pretty much like every format. So I've been playing Magic since I was about 10 years old. It's been a huge part of my life, and it's kind of like my mental escape. I play this game to have fun. But when formats and, so when formats are not, like, healthy, that's a really unfortunate thing. I mean, obviously. But for me, it's a bit more than just, like, bleh. Ew, okay. So is this, like, Abzan or normal domain? Because I was getting to my next point of standard is just boring. And what makes it boring is pretty much every deck just does the same thing. And they do that every game. So obviously, like, that's what you want your deck to do. You want it to do what it's designed to do. But when every single game just, like, plays out the exact same, that's not fun. And that was kind of my issue with Standard, is that pretty much every archetype plays out the same. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and counter that. And when every archetype plays out the same, things get really boring. So, for example, I'm not a fan of Esper. I don't like Raffine. I don't like Raffine's play patterns. So when decks just go like turn 2 creature, turn 3 Raffine, and if you don't have an answer for the Raffine, you're kind of just like out of the game, which really sucks. Now, obviously there is counterplay to Raffines. You can, kill the creature that's trying to connive. Oh, of course, more land. But, it never really feels good when most of the games just do the same thing over and over. 2 basics, 1 basic. We'll take that. Yep, we just have the 1. And go ahead. Then you have decks like 5-color Domain. You go tap land into basic, you play your Stomper, you hit an invasion, you start playing 7-drops, whether it's Herd Migration or a Troxa or a Virtue. And that's just annoying. Let's go ahead, get in with Tiny Bones. If we do just Tiny Bones, if they don't, like double block it, we can reanimate their Virtue, which is pretty good. We'll drop off Titania. Okay, cool. Go ahead. But yeah, that's kind of the reason I like this deck. You have random stuff like Tiny Bones, you have Urtai for counter magic, you have a lot of game agency. You can even like cast your opponent's spells, so the game really never feels like dead. You always have something to do, and it's never like always the same thing. So we're going to take a pretty big chunk of damage here, but we have a Virtue, so we get to start reanimating stuff. Think we go Titania. Let's play the Rona, since Rona is busted. Play Rusty. Rebuy Tiny Bones. Play Tiny Bones. And think we just pass. Sure. Sure. Yeah, definitely pretty scary. We're, taking some hits. Let's go ahead. We'll kill a cottage. And we take 7. Let's go ahead and save Inti. Down to 3. Let's grab Rusty. And let's loot. Think we just drop off tiny bones. Well, do we drop off caverns so we get a little bit more life guaranteed? I think we do. Alright, well now we have a land. Let's play tiny bones. And we'll loot some more. Cool. Let's play the next Rusty. And we'll loot. Let's play another Rona. We'll just keep looting. Well, that's actually interesting. We don't have quite enough to kill him this turn, so I guess we just drop that off, gain some more life. That's a good one. Let's get in for 5. Let's play Rusty, untap the Rona, and rebuy Rusty. Go ahead. Sure. Man, opponent is just playing a bunch of 3/3s. Sure. Let's... yeah, we'll grab a Stomper. Bruh. If only they hadn't, exiled my Vile Smasher. Let's go ahead and loot. We'll name Ooze. If I can click it. Think we just start jamming. Sure. Let's play Rusty. We'll buy another. And I think we just transform Rona here. Go ahead. So, I guess we've been fairly lucky that they haven't hit an Atroxa yet. But, sure. Alright, we'll take another 4. I'm assuming they exile Gurk here. Okay. How rude. We'll grab the Gurk. We'll go with Rusty. We go with Rona into Titania. Don't think we really need Titania here. Think we just go with Rona. Go ahead. Bruh. Sure. Sounds good. Let's cycle. Not really helpful. Let's take out their cottage. And back to us. Alright, I mean, that's a pretty good card here. Let's activate Vorinclex. We'll go Urtai and Gurk. Keep the old Gurk. Blow you up. Grab some Otas and Takanuma. We'll put you back in the hand. Yup, GG's. what did I say? The deck just does not die. Let's try it like that. Alright, next game. Yeah, it's fine, we'll keep it. We'll lead off the proving ground. Let's go with Rona. Sure. And thankfully we have the duress here. So, invasion, drag, breach. Jesus. Okay. I think we have to take the invasion. So if we play Inti, they're almost 100% going to fire off drag to the bottom if they're able to find another swamp. If they aren't, we will definitely set ourselves ahead a bit. Let's drop that off and play Inti. Go ahead. Alright, no double black. But there's a Stomper. Okay. Let's loot. We'll drop off Vorinclex. Cool. Let's go ahead and play the Relic. We'll go with Rusty. Wait a sec. Did they... Oh. Do they not have a second swamp? Interesting. Let's play a tapped land. And we will pass. I'm gonna take a double block on one of them, because 8 is just a little bit too much. Looks like they're going after Rusty. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Well, there's the Urtai. That is kind of what we were digging for. Let's go ahead. So let's see, let's math this out. We use 2 mana to kill that. Gurk is going to cost 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, we definitely have enough mana to do everything, I think. Let's get in for 2. Still leaves 4 mana up for Urtai, and we will pass. Let's go ahead and loot. Probably drop off a Gurk. And let's save Inti. Well, there's another. Here's an Inti. In for 4. We'll decline. And we'll play Glissa. Go ahead. Well, there's their other black source. Might just be a little too late. Let's jam. We'll drop off an Inti. And let's channel. Well, looks like a 1 damage short. Let's draw. Can we hit a channel land? Perfect. No longer 1 damage short. GG's. Yup. Nice. This deck is stupid. And a couple post-game thoughts for everybody. I'm really glad I came back to play one more game with Gurk, because that was a ton of fun. On the draw both games and just farmed 5-color, which admittedly is not the hardest matchup for this deck, but they definitely went really wide, and that's how our deck struggles, so it was nice to be able to actually beat through that with all of our, 3-2s and 3-4s and all. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.